Hi, welcome. Atomic Radio Hour, post-nuclear podcast. I'm your host, Vince. Again, just me. But welcome to episode 162. Like I said, just me again. But I got a whole episode worth of stuff. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's safe. I had a pretty average week. I went to go see Stillwater, which I didn't think I was going to like because it's a Matt Damon movie. And I just thought, oh, Matt Damon, that guy who was in that one movie with Robin Williams, and then literally nothing ever that I could ever think of ever again. And the movie was pretty friggin' good. Like, he played this character that, like, I felt like I had met before. Like, just this guy who comes from this small town, like this redneck dude who, like, only wore like Wrangler jeans. Like, I felt like I knew this guy. And it's kind of a long movie. Like, it could have been chopped down by like 15-20 minutes, and I feel like it would have kind of got the same point across. There's a couple scenes that I definitely would have taken out, but like, other than that, I thought it was a great movie. I thought it was fine. There's some things we got to talk about just real quick. Let me see, where are my notes? All right, I'm going to hit you with something good. I'm going to hit you with something that's not as good, and then I'm going to hit you with something good again. So, something good is that Sonic 2, there'll be a picture on screen somewhere. They just announced that Idris Elba is going to voice Knuckles. There'll be a card or something on screen somewhere to link you to the first ever episode of Kyle and Vince Likes, which is originally called Kyle and Vince Go to the Movies. We were just going to go to the movies once a week and review a movie, or every other week or what have you. And it later became Kyle and Vince Likes. But we loved the first Sonic movies, two lifelong Sonic fans. It was just nice to see that it wasn't done poorly. Like, it could have been like this awful, miserable experience, the first Sonic movie, and it wasn't. It was fun. Like, it's a kids movie, yeah, but like, it's a fun kids movie. And just because something's a kids movie doesn't mean that it can't be fun. Like, it can't have a good time. Like, you can't have a good time while watching it. Like, the Lego movie is like an hour and 40-minute long commercial, and it's amazing. And it's such a good movie. But Idris Elba, which I genuinely cannot think of a movie that Idris Elba has ever been in. But I know he was like gonna be James Bond for a while, which I think it'd be cool to see a black James Bond. I just think it's so neat that we're getting Knuckles, because Ben Schwartz does Sonic. The woman, spoiler alert for the first Sonic. Okay, I'm gonna spoil it now. That was your little gap. The end of the first Sonic, I want to say it's either the after credits scene or it's like there's like two different scenes where they show something. They have the woman who's now voicing Tails show up as Tails, and Tails is like, oh, I gotta find Sonic. And like, he flies off. So it's a comedian, the voice actor for Tails, and now an actor voicing Knuckles, which I guess Knuckles was based off of Jamaican culture. Cool. Kyle and I joked and said it was going to be The Rock, because The Rock's in everything, but The Rock has like a contract, like in his contract, I don't know if it's technically his writer, but in his contract, it says that he cannot lose. So like in the Fast and Furious movies, if he's in those, he cannot lose a race because it makes him look bad. He can't ever, like, he has to look like this hero figure in his contract. So I don't know. I'm just super excited to see the second Sonic movie. I don't know what it's going to be called. I want to know who the bad guy is going to be. I hope what they do is the next movie is Chaos, and like they kind of talk about that, and like, cause it has to do with the Master Emerald and like Chaos and Knuckles and all this shit. The spoiler's over. Forgot to mention that we were out of spoiler territory. Spoiler's over. There should be a thing on screen. I don't know. But to think of like Chaos is there, the Master Emerald, Dr. Robotnik is like trying to get all the emeralds and shit. Like, that just make me happy, make me smile, make me happy. Nice. Like, and then do the third one, and hopefully the third one will be the last one. Have the third one be Shadow. And which is, now that I'm saying that out loud, sounds really, really close to the Spider-Man trilogy. But like, bring more characters in. Bring in a lot of characters that like nobody knows about, like Ray the Squirrel, I believe his name is. I know he was in the new what is it called? Sonic Mania. Like, he was a big part of it, that they brought him in. But like, bring in Amy, bring in Big the Cat. People would go nuts. People would go bonkers if there was just a screenshot of Froggy. Like, that's it. He's got to show up for 2 seconds, say something once, and you're out. I hope they played the Pumpkin Hill music. I hope so. The tweet should be on screen, because I think that's, like, the official artwork was Idris Elba tweeting it out, and it just says "knock knock," like the fucking song "Knock Knock." It's Knuckles, like in the Okay, so here's the point I'm getting at. This movie's gonna rip. I have no doubt in my mind this movie's gonna rip. Even if it rips on a bad level, there's a lot of love put in the first one. So if you haven't seen the first Sonic, there's a ton of love in it, and that's what makes the first Sonic movie so spectacular, in my opinion, is that it's the first good video game movie, and two, the people who made it cared enough. Like, yeah, it's a product. Yeah, they got to sell something. Yeah, I get it, whatever. But they cared enough to the point where they were just like, here's something. There's a bunch of, there's like references to like Sonic being in Smash. Like, there's a scene where he's like gonna fall off a cliff, but it's like the exact animation from Smash and not like any other game. Like, they took it directly from that. Sonic 2 is gonna rip. Now, for something a little less great, is Hard Drive Magazine at Hard Drive Mag on Twitter tweeted this out, and this is with the ongoing thing that's going on with Activision and Blizzard. The guy who was like in charge of Activision Blizzard last year was given, like, or recently, like the past year, was given like $150 million bonus just because he didn't have enough money already. And when all of these accusations started coming out that this one woman killed herself because of how she was being treated at Blizzard, and the cube crawls, I believe they were called, and all the sexual harassment and everything else that started coming out, the guy eventually stepped down. And I'm not getting super into this, but just because I can't believe how. So I'm not, like I said, I don't want to get super into this, just because I don't want to talk about this, because I don't care, because I know nothing is going to happen about this. But Andrew Cuomo just accepted a leadership position at Activision Blizzard, and I don't know why. I genuinely, so like, I'm going to bring up the article right now. This is from Hard Drive. Who wrote this? This is by Jeremy Kapelowitz. New York, following his resignation as governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo has announced that he's accepted a leadership position at the video game company Activision Blizzard. It is not yet known what Cuomo's new role in the company will be, but it is an executive position near the head of the company, revealed a source close to the information. What I know is that he was chosen for his bureaucratic experience, smart politicking, and his ability to fit in with the company's culture. Because he's an alleged sex offender? What does that even mean? So, as I'm recording this, somebody sent me a picture that Cuomo like came out and said, I'm not a pervert, I'm Italian," which makes us Italians look bad, if you ask me, because that just says like, oh, like here's the horny sauce and cheese man. Like, it's not cool, man. Like, yeah, I get that the stereotype of Italians is we hug and we kiss, but like, you don't hug and kiss strangers. You hug and kiss your family, dude. I don't know. This is just, sorry. I didn't mean to derail like that. Activision Blizzard is especially interested in his history. Wait, what? Activision Blizzard is especially interested in his history covering up major scandals like the death of thousands of people at a nursing home due to COVID-19. Who knows what kind of expertise could be applied to the video game world? We are living in very exciting times. Cuomo says he's excited, but here's another quote here. Activision Blizzard has unfortunately fell on hard times recently, and I'm excited to help them find themselves in their own way. As an Italian, again, here we go, play the victim card, dude. As an Italian, it has been incredibly difficult for me to express myself in an Italian way at many different jobs. Activision Blizzard, however, has assured me that this will not be a problem. Cuomo said in a statement to the press, because I love Activision Blizzard very, very much. I am a Tyran. I am a Zerg. This is fake. This isn't real. I am a Protoss. I am a member of the Alliance. I am the member of the Horde. I am a Diva main. I am a Junkrat main. I am a Genji main. I am a Diablo character. I am a generic soldier from Call of Duty, and I am Crash Bandicoot. At press time, Cuomo had already reported finished the first draft of his new book dealing on how he solved the crisis. This has to be fake. This has to be fake. This can't be real. What the f***? This cannot be real. I'm sorry, I'll be honest, I didn't read the article beforehand. I just thought I'd bring it up. I didn't think I was going to read the entire thing. See, is Hard Drive a satirical site? Because I'm seeing Call of Duty announces Double Loot Weekend in honor of Donald Rumsfeld. And then I'm seeing Mark Wahlberg spends entire flight simulator playthrough pretending to stop 9/11. This has to be fake. This can't be. Did I just get duped on my own show? Is Hard Drive a satirical thing? I don't know if this is funny or not, but I'm leaving this in here. Yeah, this is fake. This was so funny. This was so funny to me. Oh man, I'm so upset. Shit. Wow. Okay. I got duped. All right. Sorry, everybody. I got absolutely duped. But you can see how seeing that, like, I'll have the picture. I'm actually going to look at it now. My friend Marcus sent it to me. Of Cuomo saying, I'm not perverted. I'm just Italian. That's so funny. Okay, so I'm giving you 3 good things. That's real. So okay, let's just I'll put the meme that he sent me on screen, but let's just rewind all the way back. Cuomo's not in charge of Activision Blizzard, and I feel like a moron on my old gosh damn show. Alrighty then. Let's go back to my notes. That was really good though. Like, that got me. So I'll put a link to this video in the description somewhere. I don't know if I can do multiple cards or not, but there's rumors again of Fallout 3 and New Vegas being remastered. Now, what I'm about to tell you is what I've taken from another video that pretty much broke down another video. So there will be a link to Mr. Matty Plays, to the video I'm referencing, and on top of that, there will be a reference to the Skullsy channel, so you guys can check it out for yourself. But Skullsy is a guy who's leaked a bunch of information on games before. Most recently being Starfield was a big one for him, where he put out some pictures, and then when the Starfield gameplay stuff came out during E3, it seemed like there was no way that it wasn't real, like that he had a good source. And now the rumor is that Microsoft wants to invest even more money into Bethesda and make another studio within their realm of studios that is just going to make spin-offs. It's going to make, not spin-offs, I'm sorry, remakes, remasters. They want to make remakes and remasters. So Bluepoint is kind of doing that for Sony right now, where they'll take a game and then they'll redo it. The actual games that they've been remastering are escaping me at the moment, but kind of think how Toys for Bob did Crash, and I'm pretty sure they did Tony Hawk 2 for modern consoles. They want to do that, but there's a lot of people who have never played Fallout 3. There's a lot of people who've never played Fallout New Vegas. There's a lot of people that I've never played Morrowind. I've never played Oblivion more than just leaving the cave or the jail cell with Patrick Stewart. Like, I've never done, I think it's Patrick Stewart. I've never done anything outside of Skyrim, really. I've never played any other Elder Scrolls. We're getting Starfield next year, 2022. We're going to get hopefully Elder Scrolls 6 sometime between 2024 to 2027, let's be honest. And I think the earliest we'll get 2027, and the earliest we'll get Fallout 5 is 2028 to 2031. And that sucks. If we're even still here, if the planet didn't heat up and we're all living like it's Soylent Green, I think this is a very wise thing to do. There's rumors that someone slipped and said that they are trying to make a new studio. I think even on Maddie's podcast, he has a couple of them, but the one that I listen to the most of is Defining Duke. And he said that he wanted them to open up another studio that was just called like The Vault or something. And from there kind of make these remasters, these remakes. I want to see it. Obviously, I will buy the game multiple times. I will get it on Game Pass and I will buy it on my PlayStation. So I have copies because this is something that I very much want. And I think it's just like, if all they had to do was upgrade the textures, upgrade the shades, upgrade the way guns handle, make it where you can throw grenades like you can in Fallout 4. That's really it. Up the graphics. You could make Megaton feel bigger. Like, don't make the game bigger for the sake of making it bigger. Like, you can make Megaton feel bigger, or you can make the internal cells bigger and the world kind of the same size, but not like gargantuan bigger. Make Megaton a little bigger. Make the bomb a little bigger. Make Crater Side Supply feel a little bigger. Make there a couple more Megaton residents that kind of scuttle around. Have it where, like, if you remake New Vegas, the Battle of Hoover Dam is the way it was intended originally. Now, they can't do everything like put Ulysses in the base game, but you can have something where you go to the Strip and it's one piece. It's not 3 segments. You're walking down the Strip. There's more people on the Strip. The battles are bigger. The times you interact with the other factions, there's more people. Imagine going into the White Glove Society, the Ultralux, and meeting the White Glove Society, and there's more people, and it's a little more ominous. The lighting is a little better. The shading is a little better. Put more music in it. Put more than 7 songs in it. 10 songs. 11 plus 1 songs. Have more stuff to do. More stuff to do in the sense of, like, let me be able to build in certain places. Like, not kind of how Skyrim did it, where you could buy the piece of land and that was it. Like, not just, I'm going to just shut them down, open up shop anywhere, like right outside of Grey Ditch, or I'm going to do it right outside of like the Great Khan's encampment. Not like that, but like, hey, here's a couple spots that we took. You can build here. Or if I get the Novak place, allow me to kind of rearrange where things are. I could put new things down. I can take things away. I can add, like that. I think that would be a fine way to incorporate it. Also, the gunplay. Like I said before, the gunplay of Fallout 4 is the best part of the gunplay. Or the gunplay of Fallout 4 is the best part of Fallout 4. I've said this before on the show numerous times. Fallout 4 is not a bad game. It's not a great Fallout game. But, like, have an event about this. Announce this. Have an event. Have an event. Like, they did it with 76. People want to play that original Fallout experience. And even though we've played New Vegas, even though we've played Fallout 3, it still will have somewhat of a feeling of something new. Skyrim got, like, re-released the next generation. It was not even out. This year is 10 years of Skyrim. Skyrim was out, like, 4, 5, 6 years, and it got, like, a graphical enhancement, and like it was called the Special Edition, and it wasn't even a decade old. New Vegas came out 10 years ago. Fallout 3, I think, is 13, right? This would sell, and I think a lot of people see that, especially when it comes to something like how Mass Effect came out, and how people went nuts over that. They are now redoing Dead Space. I don't know why I'm blanking on every name today. They're redoing Dead Space now. Why not? It prints money. You have to update. You don't need the entire team that worked on Fallout 3 to do this. You need a very small team, a different studio that can handle something like this, and just make sure everything is polished. I want to say Fallout 3 was maybe like 50 people. Have an event. Fly people out to DC. That'd be super. Even if they sold 2 separate games, have one in Vegas, have one in DC. Fly people out. Do what they did with 76 at the God, I don't remember the name of the building. I wish I would have actually played 76 more than a few dozen hours. I'm at a loss. I can't remember, but I know it had something to do with there was like a bunker there and they brought people through it and they like put them up in hotel rooms and they gave them like Fallout 76 soap and like towels and stuff. Do that. Have YouTubers come out. Try to bring about some more good confidence. Show us that you still are interested in making these old school, not old school, but your older visions of what games were, how they are. Because we still want to play them. We still very much are interested in playing games like this. I would love to go to something like that. I'm not a huge creator, but, you know, like, I'm here. I do what I do weekly. Like, fly us out. Let me shake Todd's hand. Let me say hello to Pete and be like, Pete, how come you don't answer my tweets? Like, let me talk to Emil and be like, Emil, why did you recreate the ending for Fallout 3 and Fallout 4? And for that joke alone, they're probably never going to contact me. But, like, this is just a prime example of how to get some money right now. Not that Microsoft needs more of it, but, like, I will buy the special editions. I will buy multiple copies. I will have another copy. Here we go. Hold on. I'll have another copy of Fallout 3 to put on the shelf. I think this is a good idea. I think this is big. But I'd like to get into the lore, speaking of Fallout 3. But before we get into the lore, we have to thank the Patreon. So starting from the top, we start with the OG Noah. Thank you, Noah. After Noah, we go to Danny. Thank you, Danny. After Danny, it's Marcus. Thank you, Marcus. After Marcus, it's Bones Jones. Thank you, Bones Jones. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, we have Girth Brooks. Thank you for supporting the show. It helps so much. It means so much. It helps us keep the lights on, helps us keep this entire thing going. And it's just nice to know that somebody cares, to be honest. So thank you. You are appreciated and loved and appreciated and also loved. So for today's lore, again, I'm going with I don't know if motif is the right word, but I'm going with the theming of how I've been doing for the past, I want to say month, maybe month and a half at this point. And I've been going to the Discord, saying to the Discord, hey guys, I'm thinking of X. First person that gets it gets to pick lore this week. So this week, I thought to myself, what haven't I had in a good while that I would enjoy thoroughly? And it was cereal. They have like knockoff cereal here in the States called Multomeal, and they have this s'more one that slaps. So I asked the Discord, what cereal am I thinking of? And I didn't want to go with something generic in the States like Lucky Charms or Raisin Bran or Captain Crunch, even though Captain Crunch All Berries slaps. And I went with Weetabix. And I don't know why Weetabix was on the mind. I've never had Weetabix. I probably never will. I know they're big in Australia. I think they're big in the UK. But Homeboy in the Discord, the Tubby Master, hello. He bought a shirt recently. Thank you for the support. He sent me a picture of it. He got it right. He got Weetabix. And he said that he wanted to hear Sharon from Fallout 3. We've been doing a lot of Fallout 3 lately, which I am not upset about. So again, if you want to hear any lore, this week's lore is on Sharon. But if you want to hear any lore in particular, in the description below, there's a link to our Discord. Go ahead and join. And sometime Monday, Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday morning, I will be asking a question. If you get it right, you can pick the lore. So let's get right on in to Sharon. Sharon is a ghoul, a bouncer, and a possible companion in the Ninth Circle in Underworld in 2277. He's quiet and intimidating. He's the personal bodyguard and the soldier for Azrakal. I want to just say real quick right now. I just put 6 words together. Azrakal might be the coolest name in all of Fallout 3. He's a piece of shit. I'm going to talk a bit about him being a piece of shit in a little bit, but Azrakal is the coolest name. Azrakal will send Sharon away every few days, strapped to the gills with weapons, and he always comes back with a sack filled of caps. Sharon is loyal to whomever is the holder of his contract. We're going to talk about the contract and kind of the implication that it holds a little bit later. Not much is known about Sharon's past, but if you ask Azrakal, he'll tell you that Sharon was raised by people who brainwash him to be loyal to whoever holds his contract. Azrakal states that Sharon did something in the past to deserve this sort of life, and he refers to him as an employee and not the slave that he is. Sharon I like a lot because he's quiet. He kind of just does what he has to do. He's very pragmatic in that sense. Him being a ghoul makes him at least 200 and something years old, which I'm always a fan of. There's a ton of knowledge there. There's a ton of fun to be had with something like that. But in game, if you go into the Gex settings or to the player dot or tilde player dot change whatever or add height, subtract height, whatever it is, everybody's set at 1.0, but Sharon is placed at 1.11, so 1.11, and he's the tallest NPC in the game at like 6'8". I'm gonna get more into fun facts later, but I just thought that would be imagine just this ghoul with ghoul features, and I gotta say Fallout 3 had way more gruesome looking ghouls. I think maybe that's another thing I like about Fallout 3 so much, is the ghouls in Fallout 4 just kind of look like raisin people without noses. Where in Fallout 3, you got to see like viscera. Like you got to see their faces like drained of all color and the veins that are still there and the voices are always gruff and gravelly. Shit like that I really like. New Vegas had some ghouls, not as many as I would have liked, and 4 exists. But to get back to Sharon, the lore on Sharon, by either killing Greta, which is a quest you can go on for Azrakal, or paying an amount of caps, the player character can acquire Sharon's contract. Now, if you take the offer, Sharon will kill Azrakal on the spot in front of everyone. Because he is no longer under contract, he'll do this and say Azrakal was an evil bastard. That being said, of Azrakal just murdering a man that he used to work for, I mean, justifiably, to be honest, he treated him like absolute garbage. He has his own moral code, and if you steal from Underworld, he will go hostile, and if you kill good NPCs, he also will go hostile. The thing that sucks about Fallout 3 companions is they don't really have super long quests. I'm going to read some fun facts off the wiki in just a moment. I get all of my lore off of fallout.fandom.com, but the wiki is bare, and it's not just because of the way the wiki's written, and I know I complain about how the wiki is written so often, but it's more just there's not much there. He just kind of is there. So like I said, it doesn't go into a ton, as I've stated. Doesn't go into a ton. But I'm going to read some notes here real quick. Whenever he kills Azrakal, he always fires 2 shots with his unique shotgun, killing Azrakal even though it instantly kills him in 1. He joins you regardless of your karma. This is what I think is wild, is Sharon's employment contract in the Pip-Boyd reads, note, a piece of paper with some writing on it. He was a slave. He just took control of him. I don't know. I just don't believe that he genuinely was like in some sort of slavery with like a contractual slavery. I think it was something else. I don't know. I can't prove it. That's what I think. He's the only companion competent with explosives. If given standard grenades, he will effectively use them when enemies are taking cover in order to flush them out. If you attack him, he says physical violence on your part invalidates our contract. In Greek mythology, Sharon, or Charon, spelled Kharon, I'm assuming it would be pronounced Charon, is the ferryman of Hades who carries souls of the newly deceased across the river Styx and Atron, Achron, Achron, which is divided which divided the world from the living and the world of the dead. When Sharon switches from melee combat to ranged weapons, he will remark referencing the Beatles song, "Happiness is a warm gun." There's a bunch of bugs on here because it's Fallout 3, and of course there is. Then you can ask Sharon to go into the reactor for you. And he says that he at the end of the game, when you go into 87, he says that he is only good for combat service and that he is, quote, "nobody's errand boy." Errand boy. Real quick, before I end lore, I really want to talk about the contract and like the ambiguity of morality with the contract. So Sharon is a slave. He's being controlled by somebody else. So you can buy his contract and keep it, or you can do a quest and then get him to be like your companion. So doesn't that just make you a slave owner? More or less? Like, aren't you taking advantage of somebody who's been mentally abused? I was reading it kind of like when we did the lore for the quest, A Nice Day for the Right Wedding, or the Unmarked quest, where like a child drugs an adult to marry them with ant pheromones. If I can do another card on screen somewhere, it will be there. I think this corner, right there. There'll be a link to a YouTube video or something. Hopefully. Like, is that okay? Like, is it okay because I don't plan on doing... He turns hostile on you, so is he technically your servant, or your companion, or what have you? Or is he just a guy that kind of hangs out? Like, is he just chilling? Is he just, like... He obviously has the free will to say, hey, don't do that, stop that, I don't like that, and then he can just kill you if you take anything from Underworld, or you kill good NPCs. Like, if you hit him, he fights back. If Azrakal hit him, I doubt he would fight back. I think he would just kind of take it. I could be wrong, but who knows? I don't know. I was writing the lore, and I was thinking about this, and I was like, this seems a little off. This seems a little, seems a little wrong, seems a little... So, that's Sharon. Super cool. I like him a lot more after reading him. I don't know if I've ever done this quest, like any quest that really had anything to do with him. I don't think I know I've seen him killing Azrakal, but I don't really remember doing any quest line. His 3 tag skills are explosive, small guns, and sneak. He's got a 6 strength, a 7 perception, a 5 endurance, a 3 charisma, a 3 intelligence, a 6 agility, and a 5 luck. So pretty okay stats. He's all right. He's got decent hit points by the end of the game. If you have Broken Seal, he's got 365. Not bad. You know. Cool guy. I like that he's pragmatic. I like that he's quiet. I like that he's a ghoul, especially. But other than that, I think that is lore. So, I've been talking to Kyle a lot. Kyle, well, it's weird, because you could talk to him, but it's more like these, Morse code messages that we have to send back and forth to each other. And he's somewhere in between Da Nang and Saigon. Now, because of the whole Neo-Vietnam conflict, I'm not entirely sure what is and isn't controlled by the Neo-Vietnamese. So he could be shipped anywhere for all I know. He could be put, like I said, in Da Nang or Saigon. He could be shipped all the way to Cuba. He could be shipped all the way to Havana. He could go to someplace in Siberia. He can go to Pyongyang. There's a ton of places that he could even go all the way to West Germany. There's so many different places that Kyle could be. It's just I don't know how to pinpoint him, and I can't really send him a letter, but I know if I can send him Morse code messages, his commander will get back to will relay the message, or somebody will relay the message. I was told the commander. I doubt it's the commander. But Kyle sent me a message back recently and said that Psychonauts 2 went gold, and I've talked of how much I love Psychonauts 2, and maybe when Kyle gets back, if he gets done with his deployment, if you will, we will be able to do something on that. We've been talking about maybe do something about that, having something about that, because Psychonauts 1 rips, and the second one, I don't know if it's going to rip. I was going to say it's going to rip, but I don't know that to be factual. It's just, it's a game that, like, I never thought was ever going to get a sequel, like, ever. But it is. But it's getting a sequel. And I just want to talk about it quick, because I also miss my friend. I also miss Papa Kyle. I don't know how long he's going to be away for. So, all right, guys. I don't know how much longer Olive's not going to be here for. Like I said, she had something she had to take care of, so the conversation between her and I has been sparing as of late. Please let me know how this sounds to you. I've never done a one-man show before. I don't know how much longer I'm going to have to. So I'm not sure. But I never noticed how much more time another person being here actually filled. Just the conversation, the catching up on each other's weeks, our day, whatever, what have you. It's just kind of weird. I guess because I'm by myself when I do something like this. And again, Kyle's halfway across the world in Vietnam or some neo-Vietnamese occupied country right now. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you think there's a way to improve this. I ask for feedback all the time, but this is a genuine time where I feel like I need it more than ever. Because, we did something for 3 years, 160 episodes. And normally when she couldn't be here, Kyle could. Don't know why. I never took into consideration that an emergency could happen. And we don't have any burners. I've been busy. She's been busy. We technically have one, but the way we recorded it, we feel like the longer we wait, the better the episode will be. The further we get away from that episode, we feel like it'd be a lot better. So let me know what you think. I'd appreciate any sort of feedback, positive, negative, anything. It's the only way I'm going to learn. I need to find a way to be able to stretch this. And I don't even know, like I said, this is going to be like an ongoing theme. It's just for my own self-edification. I want to know how to be able to do this by myself. That being said, it is time to now end the episode. I had a good time. I hope you did. I look like an absolute buffoon reading a hard drive article, thinking that it was real, and it's not. It was a good laugh, though. So if you'd like to get our intro music, you can get it at silvermansounds.com/free music, where you can find our intro track, Feather Duster, but you can also find a slew of other free music by Shane Ivers. Great man. I've had a few conversations with him. He's a swell fella. And there is a link to him in the description below. And while you're checking out the description, please check out the Discord. If you want to have your choice of lore read and you want to play a fun little game, make sure you're in there on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll ask a question, guess the question. First person to get it right gets to pick. Again, this week was by the Tubby Master, and he picked Sharon from Fallout 3. You can pick anything. As long as I haven't done it already, you can pick that for lore. There's links to the Twitters down below. My Twitter, the show's Twitter. I said earlier in the lore segment that the Tubby Master also had bought an Atomic Radio Hour t-shirt. There is a link in our description that goes to our Redbubble. You can go ahead and buy a shirt. It's another way to help support the show so we can keep doing bigger and better stuff. Again, thank you to the Patreon. We appreciate you. Other than that, I think that's pretty much the outro. If you're watching on YouTube, fall asleep with the playlist on. I'm not so sure if it goes against TOS, but you could try it. Don't tell them I said it. Subscribe, leave a comment. Some feedback would be nice. And you can download us anywhere. You can get us on iHeart apps, I'm pretty sure. You can get us on Spotify. You can get us on Google. You can get us on Apple. You can get us anywhere a podcast should be able to be downloaded. But other than that, thank you. This has been episode 162 of Atomic Radio Hour. Be safe, have fun. COVID's on the rise again. If you have to put on a mask, put on a mask. Don't be an idiot. I'm not at the point where I'm wearing a mask yet. I'm double vaxxed up, but still. Be safe. Call somebody you love. I know I say that all the time. But, bye, everybody. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Atomic Radio Hour Podcast.
A Ghoulman Entertainment production.